Hello, welcome back. This is to divvy off that one liquidation items that I received that was a scam. Here it says the items, the returned items, not tested or fully functional, maybe missing accessories and parts, which is normal, right? It says suggested assorted electronics. MSRP is $1,999. I was like, great. Myself and somebody else were bidding on it. I got it for $220 plus shipping, which is a good deal for what it is, right? It's supposed to be an electronics pallet, uninspected. So Amazon returns. So I was happy with it, and I was like, okay, cool. So when I started looking through these items, none of it really worked. None of it worked. So I was like, okay, whatever, all right. It's part of liquidations. You don't know what you're going to get, which is fine. So I started looking up. First thing I was looking up was the laptop. I wanted to see how much the laptop was going for, or what I can do with it. All right, it was missing the power supply. It didn't have a hard drive in it. Didn't turn on. So I was like, okay, let me look up this particular model number. So what I did was I ended up clicking. Not that one. End up clicking on a search. All right. So what I typed in was Toshiba Satellite AS Florida. I actually went just eBay at that time, and it popped up with these laptops, and I said, "Oh, okay. Oh, there's the exact same model. All right, that's from eBay. All right, cool." So I clicked on it, and so I clicked on it, and I was like looking at it, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. This is all right. Basically what I have." So I started looking through it, and then I came across. Let me bring up another picture here. So I brought up the email of the eBay. So I brought it up. So I zoomed in on the specs, and I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." But then I looked at the serial number on this particular model. Exactly the same as the one that they sent me. It's in here somewhere. Okay, that was me. That wasn't it. I don't know why it popped up. Anyways, let's see. Nope. All right, let me just go ahead and minimize that, and let me go ahead and open it up again. Alright. So I opened it up, and I was like, wait a minute. I looked at the serial number here, and I looked at the serial number of the other one that I just received. Of this one, and the numbers matched exactly. And I was like, huh. Interesting. How could that be? I was like, okay. Alright, so I was like, right. So then I said, okay, let me just do a random thing. Let me look at one of the cameras. So this is the camera I have. It was a Kodak Pixie Pro FZ43 digital camera. So I said, okay, let me see if that's due out there. And I was like, okay, let me look at that. Let me bring that one up. So I did a Google search for that one. Nope, not that one. Okay, so I did a search for this one, and I found that one. Alright. Here. It says out of stock. It was just recently removed. Right before I bought the item, the pallet. So I was like, okay. So then I brought it up through their website, through eBay, and I opened this up, and as you can see, the numbers is M036065438. Identical. Like, oh, wait a minute. All right, so I was like thinking about it. It's like, how could two things that I picked out of the pallet be on eBay? So I was like, okay, let me pick another thing. So I was like, okay, what's the chances of me finding something else on it, right? So I was like, okay, let's bring up another one. Let's do this Sony. So I brought up the Sony. And I was like, okay. But you see how I was looking for them. Let me bring it up. So let's see, Sony. Which one was Sony? I think it was this one. Yeah. All right. So I looked up the model number. I mean, this where I got this lot from was Florida. So now what I was doing was doing a Google search of the actual item, and I put Florida in it, and then eBay. And then what do you know? I found that one too. And then of course I brought up the eBay one image. And let me bring up the other one. 5992516, exact same thing. And I was like, okay, there's no way. No way. Now, everything I was bringing up was on eBay that he was trying to sell, couldn't sell, so he put it in liquidations.com as uninspected. And if you go to eBay, it tells you exactly what was wrong with it. There was a button that was not working on the one, it was a memory card, or the battery was not working. So what I did was I ended up calling liquidations.com, took screenshots of everything, which I'm showing you here. Took screenshots of everything, send it to them. Within 3-4 days, I guess, they came back and said, yeah, you're going to get your full money back. I was like, great. They said, we're going to send you a return shipping labels for each one of the boxes. You don't pay for them. The actual seller is paying for them. So we end up selling them all back to Florida through UPS. But I did get my money back for that. But yeah, so just doing a simple scan or a Google search on particular items, especially if you know where you bought it from, like the Kodak camera Pixie Pro, I put Florida, and of course it pops up. Then of course I did the other ones. I did the CyberShot, the Sony, which popped up on eBay. That laptop, which I did the search on, and that popped up. All doing this simple, just where you bought it from or where you got it shipped from. So you actually look through it. This is the first time I ever had this happen to me, doing these liquidation pallets. But I will never buy from Florida again, from that particular vendor. Never. Forget about it, because it's dishonest, very dishonest. False advertisement on their labeling of what they said it was. So, but coming back to this, on liquidation.com, it says right there, returns items not tested for functionality. Not tested. But if you go to their website, go do the Google search, what did you find? I found everything that I was looking for was on there. It was on eBay, and it was dropped off about a week before, or about 2 weeks. I'll say about 2 weeks before I bought the stuff. So that's shady, very shady. So no, I highly recommend. No, I'm not very happy with that. Not very happy at all. Being scammed like that, but it looked like an interesting box. I mean, from here, you don't know what's inside, but they took pictures of the top of the box to entice you. None of it really worked. Maybe a few items did, but it was basically all junk. Everything on it was junk. So and this is where the seller was. So this is basically where I got this stuff from. So I looked up everything from Florida when I did a Google search, and everything popped up on eBay. So, and it was all discontinued. I mean, no longer for sale, because it's thrown in that box that I just bought. So yeah, highly don't recommend that. So most of all the other pallets I've received, I mean, that you get new and you got used. I mean, you didn't know. So those were good. So I usually get those from Las Vegas and Indiana, I think, and a few other places. I never had any problems. Not like this. This was horrible. I mean, I really got scammed on this one. But lucky for me, liquidations.com came in a glitch free and actually gave me money back. So that was it. So this is how I did the search. So all I did was just did a Google search of the model number of the items, manufacturer, model number, eBay, and then in this case was Florida, because that's where I received it, and they all popped up. Now if I did the search, because it's been months since I've done this, since I bought that, you ain't gonna find it unless you have the actual URL, and then eBay most likely already dropped it off their links to save space. So that's as far as that. Alright, so I hope this helps out with you guys. So thank you and goodbye. Thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Thank you.